All right, so the only thing you need for this install is an Allen key, that's the right size, and an 8mm wrench. That's literally it. That's all you need for this install. What's going on, guys? Down here in my garage again, about to do a little daily vlog. I'm going to be putting on my Waka Waka flame sliders today by Area 22. I don't know the quality of these, but it seems pretty basic. It seems like they just bloop like that, I guess. I don't really know. Bloop. And then they just stick out. It looks like it's just far enough to keep me from breaking my brake levers and shit. That's all I really care about. Of course, they don't come with any fucking instructions because why would they? Why would you need instructions for putting together on a bike? It looks like this one sits like so, and it might just be long enough to keep me from breaking my fucking shifter. That's all I really care about. And it looks like it's all together. You see, those look like an 8. Just crack out an 8. Get to your handy dandy fucking toolbox. Get that 8mm right there. If that ain't about the money. Ugh. Jeebus. And you know, there's like 12 other bolts holding that shit on. So short one goes up top, it looks like. That's cool. It just kind of is a pain in the butt because they don't have any instructions. Area 22 frame sliders installed. It also comes with these weird little spacers that I'm assuming just go like right there, like so, to keep it flush. I don't really know. Like I said, no instructions. And then there's that. So I'm gonna tighten this shit down. Need my handy dandy Craftsman whatever's. All right, so it looks like long one goes there, long one goes there, short one goes here. So if you're installing this, and the short peg appears to go on the left side of the Grom. So, because you have a short peg, you have a long peg. Up here, down here, I don't know. Never mind, I take that back. It looks like the short one goes on the bottom. You know, if this thing only had fucking instructions, how hard would it be? Instructions, like show me. Act like I'm dumb, because I am. An important thing to remember though, when you're installing something that's got more than one position point, you know, kind of like a rim on a car, you gotta torque it off in different locations to keep it from cross-threading. Is this too long too? What's going on? That bottom one's on there good, but I still have like 1/4 of an inch on the bottom and 1/2 an inch on the top. What the fuck is this? Okay, so, like, are those all the same size? No, those are shorter. Now maybe, let's see, fucking maybe, that spacer is supposed to go on the bottom. They didn't really, man, instructions would be great. Okay, maybe I just had the wrong little package of bolts, because these are a little bit shorter than this, by about 1/4 of an inch. God dang, like a piece of paper. Fucking like 3-step instructions would be awesome for this. Motherfucker. All right, with this package, you get 2 of little baggies, and there's a baggie with 2 medium screws and a short screw, and then there's another baggie with 2 long screws and a medium screw. I'm sorry. And there's another package with 2 long screws and a short screw. You want to go with the package that has 2 medium screws and a short screw for the left side. It also has 2 spacers in it. The one with 2 spacers goes on the left side, and the one with 1 spacer goes on the right side. So I learned that. It took me all of like 10 minutes to figure that out. So there, that's how you do that shit. Now make sure to evenly tighten them as you go to prevent it from torquing, or whatever the science term is. I'm not a fucking scientist, but you want to do it evenly because it's a good practice to have on automotive stuff. So shit. Yeah, there we go. Look, and it now provides more clearance than the shifter, which is already bent because I dropped it without frame sliders on it the day I got it. So there's that. Ugh. 2 bolts, 1 bolt, spacer, Allen wrench, thingy thing. It's pretty easy to figure out where they go because there's only like 1 place they can go. So that's just where that goes. Boop. You have a little spacer for that bolt right there. All right, so basically that this goes on now. I'm gonna tighten this down though real quick because I wanna make sure it's not flip-floppity and falls off while I'm riding, because that can happen, I'm sure. But basically your get a little spacer that you just put on, bloop. I think it's right there, is it right? That's right, it's right there. Little spacer, and then the bolt goes through there. I don't know where the short one goes, I don't know where the long ones go, so we're gonna just find out by testing it, whatever fits where. I'm assuming that one of the long ones is gonna go through the spool, the spacer. To my surprise, it looks like the short one is gonna go in the bottom. So the two tall ones go in the top and the bottom there. But the one with the extender goes into the piston, the short one. Like, how hard would it be, though, to piece of paper? One piece of paper, that's it. That's it? Like, I know it's only 6 bolts, but Jesus Christ, you know, like, although I do not like the conversion from 8mm bolts to whatever 6M, whatever these hex heads are. I'd prefer to stay with 8mm. That way you can ratchet on quick, right? Honestly, you could go down to any Home Depot or Lowe's and just get longer versions of these and not give a fuck. You'd be good to go. But anyway, that's them. It's installed. That's the one side, and then that's the other. So now it's nice and installed. I can drop it for all I give a shit. If I had enough room in here, I'd lay it down on its side. All right, well, let's see. My gear shift seems to have a little bit of play in it, but it looks like it's mostly laying on the grind pegs. That's good. I think that's just how we should park it. It looks cool. If anyone's planning on Grom, like riding the fuck out of a Grom, I go ahead and recommend you pre-bend your shifter so it doesn't have to even worry about that shit. Now, the next thing to do, I'm gonna put these hand guards on it, and that'll protect the handlebars from fucking up and shit if I drop it. You guys see my super sweet Grom life hat? I don't know if you guys watch my fan mail, but I put the fan sent me that hat. So I did not put them on because I could not get these screws undone. They were so ridiculously tight that I just gave up. Plus the ones the covers that I ordered look like shitty plastic that they would just fall off and break if I were to fall, so I didn't even bother. But the Grom frame sliders look cool. Now I can start practicing more hooligan shit. That's the tutorial on how to do that, I guess, if you want to call it a tutorial.